And welcome to Naples Motorsports. My name's Ron Ward. I got a very unusual vehicle to show you today because this is not something typically that you'll find at Naples Motorsports, but I can't tell you how excited I was to actually see this vehicle come into our inventory. Back in 1989, I bought a Turbo Trans Am, one of 1,555 cars that they built. Just like this one here, it was an Indianapolis 500 pace car. What an amazing car. This brings back some really fantastic memories for me. This particular car we have has 572 original miles on it, and it is an unmodified car. We haven't touched it. Previous owner never touched it, didn't do any modifications. It's exactly the way that it came from Pontiac, exactly the way you would have found it on the dealer's showroom back in 1989. This is a great example of the car. As we walk around, you're going to see the overall condition. One of the biggest things, if you go to look at one of these pre-owned, is you're going to take a look at the leather seats. They have a tendency to really get beat up over here in this area, and they rot, they look terrible. You'll see the foam padding coming through. These seats still appear to look just like it was back in 1989. You'll be really happy with the condition. Even the back seats, again, probably, I would guess nobody has ever even sat in that back seat. Overall condition of the car will definitely tell you that. There's only just a few things on the exterior of a Turbo Trans Am that allows you to understand it was different than the Trans Am GTA with the V8 model. There is the emblem on the back of the car that says Turbo. You've got the quad exhaust pipes on the underside here in the back. Every one of the cars was built in this white with the gold wheels. On the exterior, on the side, the Turbo Trans Am emblem was right there on the fender. And then on the rear sail panel right here, there was also the 20th anniversary emblem right there. Up on the hood, the 20th anniversary emblem right here on the nose of the hood. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood. This is where the reason everybody bought one of these cars started. Because Pontiac did not use the typical 305 or the 350 V8s that they put in the car. There was a much more powerful turbocharged 6-cylinder, 3.8 liter that they used from the Buick Grand Nationals. Now Buick also ended up making a modified version of the Grand National called the GNX. They were limited to just over 500 units. This particular car used a lot of those particular components. One other thing that they had to do in the Trans Am though is because the strut towers were so close together, they had to use a different head, which actually flowed more air than the Buick Grand National's head that was on that car. So the overall rating of the engine horsepower was very much underrated. I think it was really much more of a General Motors policy because there couldn't be any car more powerful than the current flagship of General Motors, which would have been the Corvette. However, I can speak from personal experience. A Corvette couldn't even come close to touching this car out on the street. I had many try back over the years that I owned it. I put about 20,000 miles on my car before I sold it in 1992. That particular guy, he actually still owns the car. I've talked to him a couple times about buying it back. Of course, he will not allow me to buy it back. We're going to go ahead and go inside just for a moment too. I'm going to show you some of the extras that end up coming with this car. So let's take a look inside. Included with the car, I have everything that came with it originally, including the portfolio. Now this was actually mailed to the customer after they bought the car. The door decals and the windshield decals are still original. Those are there. It came with a keychain. Also came here with just a plastic key that you could have it cut so that you could keep that in your wallet. Open the car door. The outside envelope for the owner's manual. Right in here we have original brochure for the car, lots of paraphernalia. This is actually something that was given to the Pontiac dealers that went along. Just talked a little bit about the car. original delivery checklist for the car, vehicle inspection when it first came in, owner's manual, supplement for the Turbo Trans Am, along with all of the other books and everything that comes with the car. So everything, the particular guy that owned this car obviously was fussy, kept a track of a little bit of everything. Inside here, you might have noticed in looking at the car, the rocker panel emblems have never been installed in the car, but both of them, the left and the right, are included with the car as well. We've also got some memorabilia here that were found in magazines and other things all across the, here's an original car and driver. I remember getting this when I owned the car. It was kind of neat. In fact, I might even still have one at home. But articles about the car that were built. The front license plate bracket, that's still with the car, and he went out and bought a Turbo Trans Am model. What more could you ask for? Thanks for watching the video. If you want more information about this 89 Turbo Trans Am or any of our other amazing cars that we have in our inventory, like a P1 or a LaFerrari, Ferrari 488s, we've got the inventory. Give me a call, Ron Ward at Naples Motorsports, 239-776-1310. Thank you.